Hello dear viewers, welcome back to Let's Play Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. We're going to play as someone new today. As I have a tendency to do these days, I've been playing through the first few levels of a character just to make sure I don't die any stupid deaths and waste your time completely. But we have here Mnemnic, Mnemnic Vey, currently he's a conjurer. He started as a wizard. But he's gonna turn into kind of a hybrid, if I have my way. We're worshipping Chabriados, and as you can see, we already have some stat bonuses from that. I think we're around +5, I want to say. Maybe not quite that much, because this is giving us +4. I don't know. We have a decent bonus already, though not a ton to do with it. We don't have a really great set of spells so far. We have the sort of basic wizard kit here. We have not memorized Call Imp or Slow. I never have liked Call Imp. Anyway, but the reason why this character is kind of fun is because on like level 3 or something, I found this trident, which is neat. I'm not wielding it right now, partly because of the int -3, although the resistances are beautiful and I may switch it over if I need to. But also partly because I found this on like the next level of the dungeon. Almost immediately after finding the trident, I found this even better longsword. That gives me an additional dexterity and intelligence. So we are pretty good as far as weapons go. It's why I'm putting some points into long blades. I think I may stop at about level 6. I want to get the minimum delay down to... Yeah, I'll probably stop at 8. I want to get the delay down to just a single turn. I like doing that at the very least, just to get a gauge of how... I mean, one turn is easy for me to calculate what can happen. Like, I have a pretty good idea of how much damage I can take in one turn, etc., etc. And that requires, for this longsword, a skill of 8. Each 2 points in a skill reduces the delay by 1/10 of a turn. That will soon be the case for ranged weapons as well. Right now, it's a really complicated formula instead. We don't have any mutations. We are a high elf, so we don't have anything particularly special about us. Yeah, not a lot to say. We have an Amulet of Clarity, which is nice, but not much else. So right now, we're still in a fairly weak state. We have done the sewers, I think? Did we do the sewers? I feel like there were some sewers somewhere. Maybe not. I've played a number of games today. I wasn't feeling very well, and so I decided to crawl for a bit instead of doing responsible things, like I should have been. But I mean, it's when you're having a hard time concentrating, there's not much you can do about it. Okay, so good. Yeah, that Goliath beetle I wasn't too worried about noticing us, and Goliath beetles aren't very bright, so we're just going to lead it through the flames here. Through the fire and the flames. One thing we would like soon, very soon, if possible, is poison resistance. We don't have a source of that yet. Many a character of mine has died for lack of poison resistance. So the way I'm trying to play this character is kind of like a transmuter, more or less. I don't know. I had a whole lot of fun relatively recently with a Naga. I think it was a Naga monk, actually. Yeah, not a transmuter. But I eventually wanted to cast spells, and I didn't really have the ability to do so. And so this character, I started off as a wizard because I wanted immediate access to magic. I didn't want to have to hope that I found a spellbook. But I really wanted the ability to do something in melee, which is why I picked a high elf, because they do have a quite a good aptitude, actually, for long blades. No penalty to fighting, and a bonus to dodging. I'm not sure what we're going to do about armor yet. That will come as it may. But it's enough for now that our evasion is at almost 20, which is pretty good. we're keeping our conjurations focused just because that's going to be our primary source of damage in the long run. Long swords is going to be nice, sort of intermittently. Well, then we'll put it here. This ice beasts are pretty easy for wizards to take out. Did we kill it? No. It's just being clever. Oh, clever ice beast. Clever girl. I hope it doesn't shatter any of our potions. I would be quite put out. Yeah, at this point, this longsword, because it is so heavily enhanced, +9, +6. I mean, its base damage is 10. We're getting an extra 6 damage out of that. We could have switched over to this trident, actually. That probably would have been slightly more effective against the ice beast than our sort of freezing. But, you know, it's doing enough damage that I'm not too concerned. And our magic dart is pretty pitiful. Oh, that's right. I forget sometimes that we're... Oh, dear. Let's blink. I forget sometimes that we are worshipping Chabriados on this character. I'm not... It's been a little while since... Okay. Since I've played a Chabriados follower. I just have to remind myself every once in a while that we are very slow. Currently moving at 1.6, so we're about... Well, we're 6/10 of the way to maximum piety. Mephitic Cloud is excellent. Yeah, we're going to get a lot of piety from this. Chabriados, if you have not followed him before, is the slow god, the snail god. And you gain piety with Chabriados by killing things that are faster than you are. Movement speed, not action speed. Though any sort of haste effect will earn you penance. You don't have to sacrifice anything to Chabriados. Just don't move any faster than you always do. And by that, I mean... Just move very, very slowly and you'll be fine. One thing we do have to watch out for, and the reason why I'm not engaging in melee more frequently, is that we are very fragile right now. Our evasion is fine. It's 18. That's okay. That'll mostly keep us alive. But I don't want to just throw on this amulet because, well, wouldn't be the worst thing if it was an amulet of faith. No? Okay. We can just use this scroll of identify then. Resist corrosion. That's pretty bad, but potentially useful in a niche situation. Ba-ba-bam. Oh, I should probably go deal with that fungal colony before it gets out of line. It may have already. These things are quite annoying. They used to be tolerable, and then they stopped giving experience. I don't know which trunk version it was, but they no longer give you experience. They just hang out and periodically shoot horrendous, nasty spores at you. And generally make your life difficult. And if you let them get out of hand, you just have a whole level that's covered with them, because you can't ever chase them down. And it's not even worth your time if you try to. Oh, that hungry ghost pushed us over the edge of several nice little thresholds there. Do I want to change anything up? Kind of take stock of our situation here. I kind of like our setup as it is, honestly. We're just sort of waiting to see... we do have an affinity for air magic over earth magic, which is kind of a shame because a lot of air magic's benefit comes from swiftness and haste. Well, not a lot. I don't know. Swiftness and haste are really nice perks of air magic, which we wouldn't be able to use. But I don't really want to learn magic from a school with a -2 aptitude. That's just... I mean, it's doable, certainly, but I feel like I end up spread too thin if I try to attempt such a thing. Yada-da. We'll put fire there and here. That first fire was a poor positioning. by me. We're going to check out the up staircases. It's good to have a really accurate map in your head. Or not in your head, but in your auto-explore. Ogre. Alright. Part of the problem that we're having here is, I believe, Conjure Flame, Conjure Flame and Mephitic Cloud both still have a hunger cost. I suppose we could switch from something into spellcasting. I'm not really all that concerned about food for right now. Oh, good. We're gaining in power. Oh, I guess we do have to train invocations at some point. Okay, well let's turn off these. No, I kind of like leaving long blades on. Let's do something like this. This seems reasonable. Since we don't actually have any conjurations, like our magic dart is already at full power. Conjure Flame and Mephitic Cloud increasing in power is nice, I suppose, but not particularly necessary to what we're trying to do. A hill giant zombie. No, thank you. I will fight something else instead. Yikes, I will fight apparently several something elses. The nice thing... I like this character so far. Definitely. I think Mnemnic is going to go far, if I don't screw up. But I like the wizard with some powerful weapons at our disposal. Like we can, if we really need to, we can Cloud of Flame there and just throw on this Trident and just stab at the other side of it if we're, you know, at low mana or some such. Okay, this seems like a much better staircase than the others. Conjurations is at level 12. Gosh, I really wish we'd find another book one of these days. That'd be swell. I don't know if... what is my miscast rate with these things? Virtually nothing. Okay, good. Yeah, our intelligence is pretty high at this point. I actually can't remember if that affects miscast chance or not. Gosh, this is just a really tough level. I guess it is Dungeon 9. The lair ought to be soon, but there's no guarantee. Let's back out of that. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And let's eat these apples. Okay. Is there a way to... No, there's no way to Cloud of Flame him. I just feel like he's going to hurt us really badly if we let him get within melee range. Yeah, let's not deal with him just yet. I like the fact that that's a relatively barren area, but... Mephitic Cloud plus Cloud of Flame is a nice combination. It's a little tough to set up. It really needs a hallway, but if you can get it set up, you're doing pretty well for yourself. Okay, that reduced the hunger cost significantly. We have 5 spell levels to memorize. We could memorize, well, up to a level 9 spell, I suppose. Not that we would be able to cast it currently. Yeah, this is a fine setup. I feel like we're kind of spread thin with the invocations. I forgot that we would have to level that for things like Slouch and Temporal Distortion to be useful. Temporal Distortion being, I guess, the more relevant one, although neither of these is super important to us currently. Yeah. I really like Chabriados on otherwise sort of spell-less characters. Because of the fact that if you're not using your mana for anything else, you might as well be using it for Chabritos. We're going to confuse that troll and hope it falls into the lava. And attack this fire serpent thing. Make sure it stays nice and confused now for us. This is just such an untenable position. We can't hold this position here. Let's drag this ogre up with us. Hope that we dodge the couple of attacks that we're going to need to dodge to get it confused. Ow. So far, so bad. All right. Let's make sure he's very confused, and then we can kind of bash him. All right. We've reached level 10. Swell. Let's go back to this other staircase. Yeah. This is a rough level. And here we've put ourselves in a sticky spot. Although this longsword is strong. Ooh, we don't want to be next to a Goliath beetle, though. There we go. Alright. Now we're fine. Goliath beetles are one of those enemies that's pretty embarrassing to die to, because it's just so slow. I mean, it's not embarrassing. Like, I won't shame you for dying to a Goliath beetle, because they do hit, like, a truck. Like, several trucks. They just, let's go upstairs. Let's cycle back around here. This one, I think, is the one we wanted. Yeah. This is something that you have to do... Oh, nope. Nope. I don't wish to target myself. Thank you very much. This is something you have to do, I think, a little more often as a spellcaster in the early to mid-game than as most melee classes, which is stair dancing all over the place. Vocations is at level 2. How are our abilities? I want to say it's like level 8 or something that those become useful, and our final ability, final attack, which is the step from time, which is really cool. Gosh, it's neat. The Sky Beast I just want to confuse because, you know, profit. But this troll, I was kind of hoping would wander towards the lava and fall in. So we don't have to just pepper it with these really weak magic darts. Okay, we're going to chop it up. Good, we did get... Oh, something hits us. The Sky Beast. Let's do that. No. Oh, shucks. I don't know where it is at this point. Let's blink away. A distant blaring wail to the north. I'm not sure what that is, but it can't be good. Okay. Now that we can see it, we can confuse it and pepper it down. Or not. Okay, there we go. We got it, eventually. Mummy, hello. A bow of flame, which we will probably never use. I'm really only keeping it until it becomes an inconvenience in my inventory. Just as, you know, kind of a safety valve for while we're sitting here with just stupid old magic dart. I guess there were some moments in this level that I could have made use of that bow. Alright, now that this hill giant is... Okay, good. Oh, dear. Good, I managed to destroy the hill giant zombie, although... Oh, no! Oh, dear, that paralyzation. That paralyzation. Well, that was kind of a stupid death. I could have used a potion of curing there. I just completely forgot that yellow wasps can paralyze. We would have been fine otherwise, I think. Ah, well, me oh my. Well, this was an interesting character. Chabriados is really fun for some reasons, because you just get so powerful so fast with your stat bonuses, but the slow movement really is a pain. Unless you're tough. I may try another Chabriados character with a more armor class based build. I feel like evasion might not be the way to go when everything gets more attacks. Yeah. Well, we'll give it a shot, and who knows? Maybe we'll come up with some kind of juggernaut that can do the extended endgame. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.